YouTubers, Raven here.
Starfire.
I'm just happy. It was a fairly good episode tonight.
Yeah, but I don't usually do that.
Oh, come on, I do this every week.
I know.
Every review. Tonight we'll be doing The Flash.
Season 4, episode 15, called Enter Flash Time.
Sure thing. I don't know. Don't ask me.
Well then.
I had like 4 cups of coffee today.
Well, I can tell. You're super, super hyped up.
It was a good episode.
It's good that you're not jittery. Anyway.
Like, I want to hit that so hard. Like, just touch on that, you know?
Yeah.
About that part of the episode. Just, but
You can do it first if you want.
I don't think we can. I mean, we gotta leave something for the end.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but if we leave it for close to the end, you're gonna go on for another, like, what, 10, 15 minutes. So,
let's leave it for the end. We're
You
good.
know,
We're good.
it's gonna take a long time.
Yeah, but we're good. Y'all will wait, right? Because y'all watch us for the wait. Because we're funny and the in-between. And the tangents, y'all like the tangents.
We actually look like normal people for once.
Yeah, her screen's not turning this orange.
Even though we look super white,
Ooh.
we still look normal. Which is a good thing.
Yeah. You just can't see if we're tan or not.
Well, I'm not tan.
Well,
it's winter.
You're tanner than y'all are
It's
on
winter!
there.
I'm not tan!
I know, neither am I.
I'm like white!
Wow! What just happened?
Hey, I didn't show my bra or anything. I just showed my stomach.
Yeah.
And you couldn't even see it. I just went like that.
Yeah.
Because you can only see from like here
I know.
Not even, I just went all the way up. Then yeah. Not on here.
No.
Sorry. Sorry, boys.
I know who you're really saying.
Shut up!
Hot.
Anyway. Yeah, we're not this white. We're white, but we're not this white.
No.
Sorry, my eye's like acting weird. So the episode was good. It was actually one of the better ones that we've had so far this season, which I'm happy about. And next week's is going to be great as well, for other reasons.
Yes. Next week is purple.
It's been pretty hyped up.
Purple, my favorite color.
You know, it's both of our favorite colors.
I mean,
Don't even say that. Don't even say that purple is more your favorite color than my favorite color. My computer is purple. My blanket on my window is purple.
I didn't have a choice in the color of my computer.
Okay.
I took what they had on stock.
I love me some purple. Anyway, so yeah, like for other reasons, next week's will be really great. We'll touch on that.
Yes.
But first off, let's talk about this episode.
Yeah.
So, Jessie comes back.
I missed her.
And talks about, or is angry at Wells because he doesn't want to talk about her mom.
The mommy issues.
And she doesn't understand why it's hard for her to talk about him.
No,
talk about her. Why it's hard for him to talk about her. Oh my gosh.
English.
Blah!
You know English good. You English know good right now. Right? Right? That's how it is? Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Yoda speak over here.
Okay, you're Yoda, I'm not. Yeah. So she doesn't understand why it's hard for him to talk about her.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's upset, and then Barry has to try to stop this nuclear bomb that was activated, and he thinks he's too late and he doesn't know if he can stop it, and yeah, we get to see a lot of, like, really great acting and, you know, some pretty
Jay came
awesome
back.
stuff. Yes, Jay Garrick did also come back, which is awesome.
Yes.
It's always nice to see John Wesley Shipp again.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because he was the original, the OG Flash.
Yes.
And, yeah, so.
And something exciting about him comes at the end as well.
Yes. But anyway, Cisco's kind of frustrated with Barry because he wants to keep trying to, like, do, like, keeps opening the portal, and Barry's trying to, like, you know, be fast enough and all this stuff. And, like, Cisco's like, I want to take a break and all this. And, so basically, like, there's a call that happens and all this shooting is going on and Joe's there and a cop gets shot and, this girl, like, is holding the bomb up and Barry, like, is going up to her and he sees that it's been, like, they zoom in on it and it says it's been activated. And he, like, freaks out.
Well, yeah.
And he, like, you know, freezes it and stops time, you know, temporarily to try to figure out how to stop it. And actually all of that happened in, like, a span of 8 minutes and 49 seconds. Because at the beginning of the episode, he goes to Iris and, like, kind of awakes her from being frozen.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know, I don't know if I can do it. I think, you know, I don't think I can save us this time or whatever. And then they, like, flash back 8 minutes. So all of that we saw in the episode up until we see that scene again was 8 minutes. Which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, the entire episode took place over 8 minutes. Not the
entire episode, up to the point where we saw him talk to Iris again.
Yeah, it just felt like that was...
So that was, like, halfway through.
Was that only half?
About that.
It felt like it was more of the, like, 40 minutes, and then the last half happened in, like, the last
Maybe.
10.
No, I don't know. Maybe it was, like, more like 20. Like, 20 minutes left. But anyway, the whole episode wasn't 8 minutes, though. In 8 minutes. But, yeah. So, that was pretty cool. And it... Just, like, seeing, you know... I don't know. I always like when you get to see that real side. Like, just kind of get to see those layers of, like, him freaking out because he can't save everyone. And then Jay saying, you know, if he does throw it into the Speed Force, everybody will lose their powers. It's part of the Speed Force. So it's like, you know, it's a conflict and a dilemma because he doesn't... Either way, something bad is going to happen.
Right. Like, on... like Earth 21 or whatever Earth that was, like the Acceleration Man. He would have lost his powers. Jesse and Wally and him.
So I mean, either way, somebody's gonna lose something.
Yeah, but it could have. I mean, to do that, I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. Okay, if we did that, it's all speedsters throughout space and time.
Space-time continuum.
He would have saved his mom.
Because yeah, but we're done with that.
I know. But I could see it on his face.
If they do another mom storyline, I swear.
No. I don't think they're going to touch the mom storyline again. It was just there for that moment.
Yeah.
When Jay said that, he's like, don't go there. Thawne and Zoom, don't go there. Like, it was mentioned in that moment when Jay was talking to him about you can't do that.
Yeah.
It was mentioned there because you could see it across Barry's face. Thawne and Zoom wouldn't have their powers either. So Thawne could not travel back in time, kill their Harrison.
Didn't he say that it would still affect them too? Like Thawne and Zoom?
Yeah, because it's throughout space, all the multiverse, and time. Therefore, at that exact moment, Eobard would have lost his powers, Zoom would have lost his powers.
You know, I know how much he wants that, but been there, done that.
Yeah.
He's already screwed up enough stuff to try to make that happen. She's supposed to be dead, and that's that.
Yeah.
Okay, no.
Yeah.
like, I understand, but I'm just saying, you know.
Like, at the moment, it did seem like probably the only option.
Yeah.
And so the only option is to get his mom back? Like,
the only option is to save everybody that's currently alive, and everybody else that's in the Speed Force can just lose their powers.
Yes.
That's how he was looking at it.
No, he was also looking at it as, like, you could see it on his face a little bit. Like, you could see the reaction of, if Eobard never got his powers,
then
my mom would still be alive. And
yeah, all the what ifs, but you can't change what's supposed to happen.
Which is why he wouldn't allow Jesse to run back in time and fix it.
Yeah.
Like, he made the speech. Like, he realizes that, yeah, that's an option and he can do it. But, even at the end, when that was the only option he had left, he went to Iris and said that he can't save them.
Mm-hmm.
When he could have. He could have ruined space, time, multiverse, Speed Force stuff.
So he's finally learned his lesson.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad, because I just know.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people are done with that.
Yeah.
So.
Because, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, yes, Barry and Central City could have been destroyed, but all the other Flashes that have they have a responsibility to the people of their Earths and of their time periods.
Mm-hmm.
He can't take that away from them.
Yeah.
Just to save a couple thousand people.
Exactly.
You're sacrificing billions.
Yeah. I mean, he would literally be taking away who those people are.
Yeah,
and doing that.
And not just that, but all the people they've saved would die. He'd be killing probably billions of people because it's throughout all of time and space.
So I mean, it's better to just have like a few, like a certain amount in like the city die than have everybody within the space-time continuum die.
Yeah.
Or lose their powers.
Both.
Because then who's going to save everyone?
No one, because there was never a Flash to begin with.
Because there won't be any metas. There won't be any of that.
Well, there would have been metas.
Yeah, but I mean, there won't be any speedsters.
No.
Because...
So there'd be no one to save them.
There'd be, yeah.
And...
So essentially, like, none of the metas would be able to survive.
And because of that, you wouldn't have had Barry get thrown into the Speed Force for that dinosaur episode when he saw his mom in Speed Force and stuff. Yeah. So, therefore, you wouldn't have had Wally get hit. You wouldn't have had Jesse get hit. You wouldn't have Cisco, Cisco probably wouldn't have had his powers. I can't believe that
episode was season 2.
I know, right?
That episode was season 2!
Cisco wouldn't have had his powers. Yeah. And then he would have never traveled back in time to save his mom, so Caitlin would have never become Killer Frost. She would have never...
So it just would have done a lot more damage than just people in Central City dying.
Because the core team of heroes...
That would have been the ultimate mistake.
Yeah.
The ultimate screw-up. Okay, he made a lot of screw-ups trying to save his parents, but that would be the all-time worst thing he could have ever done.
Yeah.
If he did that. So, yeah.
Yeah, because you would have had all those metas running around.
We would have no more Flash.
Well, not just that. You wouldn't have Vibe, and you wouldn't have Killer Frost.
Yeah, I know. You wouldn't have anybody who essentially has powers.
You would. But they didn't get their powers from the first particle accelerator explosion.
Yeah.
Caitlin got them because of the time screw-up, and Cisco had them because of the second explosion.
Yeah.
Right? Or what? Did he get it during the first explosion? And he just didn't.
I don't even know. I don't remember at this point.
Me neither. But if he got it during the first one, that's great. But it would have only been him able to fight.
I don't think we started to see his powers like emerge until like what, season 2? So, and that was when like the
second explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we wouldn't have had any heroes running around the city saving anyone.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have had Ralph. Speaking of Ralph,
he wasn't in this episode.
No.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
It worked well without him.
It did.
It's worked well without him before.
I know.
Like,
it's just his part.
He wouldn't have had a place. He wouldn't have had a place in this episode.
No.
He wouldn't have.
No.
He would have not had like anything to do.
I know.
This was solely about the main cast.
Yeah.
This episode.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you know, like...
No, I know. You know, when certain characters aren't on an episode, you miss them.
Yeah. Especially with the ending of last episode.
Yeah.
Like, it was touching.
Speaking of that, Bobby's coming back on Supernatural. Yes. In the alternate world.
Yes. So, Yeah. Iris had the smart idea, at the end to save everyone.
Yeah. I mean, I'm welcoming the...
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm welcoming the finally getting some more Barry and Iris stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it was small stuff in this episode, we still got things.
Yeah.
And that was what I was wanting. Because we haven't had that for, like, a while.
Yeah.
We haven't had that since the crossover, literally.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Because he's been in jail.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, the only time we got, like, a nice moment was when she went to go visit him and they, like, touched hands.
Yeah.
But other than that, we haven't really got much.
Yeah.
And I mean, it would have been nice if they could have had the date, but I liked that they just kind of, that she was just, like, happy just being there with him.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was sweet.
Yeah.
So, it's little things like that that are important.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I like that she had the idea, the one that saved everyone.
Mm-hmm.
That she wasn't just a lightning rod for Barry, the strength that he needed, because he was ready to let go and just die in her arms. And because he couldn't run anymore. He was just done. He didn't have much strength left. So for her to come up with that idea in that moment.
Oh, for him to go get a lightning bolt from the Speed Force?
Yeah. Because, I mean, really what he did was he used the thing that they did to open up the Speed Force. Mm-hmm. Run in there, grab a lightning bolt in the ball thing, whatever that one was. I don't know what the ball was.
I don't know.
And then he chucked it into the explosion,
saving everyone and detonating the bomb. Barry saved the day again.
Yeah.
Or the Flash saved the day again, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it... I know she's been having a bigger role, but it was good to just finally see her actually do something to save the day.
Yeah.
And, like, that if that bomb went off, it would have affected more than just Central City. The fallout would have been massive.
Definitely. The nuclear fallout, for sure.
Yeah. Like, Star City would have been affected.
Oh, yeah.
And
I mean, the fumes alone from a nuclear explosion would kill people.
And then
the radiation from that.
And then the fallout, the rain and the...
Yeah, the acid rain and all that stuff. Yeah, I mean, it would spread through, who knows where. I mean, it'd spread a long distance. So, yeah.
But, I mean, it was just... It was good to see her do something to save.
Yeah, it was.
Like, instead of just sit behind the desk and call the shots.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't actually physically do it.
Yeah.
But without her, it would have been over.
Right.
And I don't think she's had one of those moments for a long time.
No, she hasn't.
And I thought it was amazing.
Flash. He can't do it without her. She can't do it without him. But yeah, so yay, Iris. Alright, so Wells and Jesse.
Yeah. Wells and Jesse. I loved the moment when she was trying to wake him out of the, bring him to the flash zone, or...
Flash time.
Yeah, flash time. Couldn't remember his stupid name.
Flash time! Really?
Yeah.
Do you want to flash yourself?
No. Here's a flash for you.
Whatever.
But yeah, like and then she's just like, I get it, and she gave him that talk, even though he couldn't hear it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was really it was a moment for her, like a moment of growing up
Yeah.
and maturity, and I'm glad we
Moment
got
of
to see
truth. Sorry.
it. Okay.
It's a song
Sure is.
from The Karate Kid. The original one.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
I haven't seen the other one.
Don't.
I don't want to.
I've seen all of them.
Then how can you not remember that?
Because it's been so long.
It's on the soundtrack.
I don't own that. But, and then she's just like, I'm not gonna go to Earth 2, like, I'm not gonna go home.
Yeah.
If this is the end, I'm gonna die with my father. Like, that, like, I don't know, but that was just like,
I will die with my father.
I will die with my father. I went all, like, accent with it, and then at the end, I'm like, father.
With my vater.
I will die with my Vader. Vader means father.
Vader is father in
Yeah.
German.
So I said
So.
Vader. I said it the white way, okay? I said it the American way. Like,
Vader means father in German.
Darth Father. It's just weird.
Very much.
I mean, it was right there in front of everyone's eyes. I'm sure the people who spoke the language understood what that meant.
I'm Vader.
They were probably like, well, that was written in his name.
Mufasa!
Well, that was written.
Remember who you are! I mean, James Earl Jones is the voice of Mufasa, come on.
Mm.
Lion King was on the other day.
Really?
Like recently. I think this past weekend or something.
Mm,
Or last week. It was on Freeborn.
nice. But yeah, so like, you know, like if I'm gonna die with my dad. You know, I'm just like, yes.
We will die together.
Do you want to suck your blood? You want to suck some blood?
That's how Germans and Russians talk. What?
I know.
I'm just imitating them.
I know.
I know it's bad, and I'm not trying to offend anyone or make fun of
Oh,
anybody.
come on. We talk
Just
with
saying.
an accent all the time on here.
I know, but I don't want to do it badly and offend them. I happen to think that my British accent's pretty good,
I happen to think mine is too. I just
But-
can't keep it straight.
but my other accents aren't as good. So that's why I said that.
I just can't keep my accent straight. Sometimes I sound like I'm from the north or the south or the, like,
Want to
yeah.
sound like you're from the South? Y'all.
No, not American South, like British.
Oh.
You know how they
like
have,
Cockney?
yeah, like sometimes I
Like where they
sound
don't
like I have
pronounce
the
their
different-
H's?
Yeah. Like sometimes I sound like I have the different accents from the
Sound
different...
like you got. Oh, no, wait. I can't do it.
Can't do it right now.
I need to have an actual phrase to say in order to do that.
Yeah. Like bloody L.
Bloody hell.
But yeah.
Bollocks.
Oh, bollocks. Like, I sound like, I can, like, my British accent goes all over all the different places there, so it's just like, whatever.
Okay.
British is British, come on.
British.
American's American, I mean, sound like you're from the south, the
Yes,
north, the
but
east, the west,
there
the
are
Mideast.
there are other accents if you live in different parts of the United
Yeah.
States.
Yeah.
Like New York, Boston, New Jersey, you know, like North Dakota, Minnesota, like the South, you know. There's like they're gonna talk differently in
Mhm.
different states. So,
Yeah. I don't know how we got on that subject.
because I started saying vater.
Right.
It led into that.
Yes. Yes.
Vater.
The whole daddy thing.
Daddy issues. All right, let's get this moving.
Yeah.
So she said she wanted to die with him,
Yeah.
and
Basically.
then he altered that thing he created so that it could read thoughts.
Yeah, and like he was trying to explain it with words, but he knew he couldn't, so he just put the other piece on so that Jesse could hear his thoughts. But my hang up with this whole thing is that it wasn't. If it was supposed to be his thoughts,
then how come a woman was talking?
Then why was it the mother's thoughts?
No, what it sounded like though was that like she was talking to him like it was when Jesse was being born.
No, but she said she's just like me. She's as stubborn as me. She
was like, probably talking to Wells when she said that.
You see, even in your memory, like, you can, like, you imagine what they sound like. But in your memory, like, you don't actually hear how they sounded. Basically, what you're hearing is your voice. Mm-hmm. You're imagining how they sounded. Mm-hmm. So that doesn't explain why Jesse heard it in her mother's voice.
Yeah.
Now, do we know how her mom died?
I don't think so. Mm-hmm. Have they said that before?
Because
I don't think that they have, because he's Earth 2 Wells, mm-hmm. and I don't think that we've really gotten backstory as to, like, that much backstory anyway about, like, what happened with his wife. So, I don't know.
Because if it wasn't an unexpected death, you know, like if she was sick and...
Well, the way that he was, like, talking about it, like, that it was a love that was so strong, mm-hmm. like, it sounds like it was something that was, like, tragic that happened.
Yeah.
So, it sounds like it was something really, really hard to
mm-hmm.
deal with, or like really traumatic or something.
Yeah.
To where it's making it so he can't physically talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he probably blames himself for it. That's probably why he can't talk about it. Because he couldn't
save her.
Yeah, because he can't, and that's probably why he can't talk mm-hmm. about it.
Now, what I think happened, because he's really uber smart. Like, we don't give him enough credit for how smart this guy is. Mm-hmm. And especially on his Earth, where everything is science. Mm-hmm. Well, not everything, because, I mean, Barry and Iris on his Earth, definitely not science, right? I mean, no. But, you know, his area, where he lives, where he operates, is strictly science all the time.
Yeah.
They can sense out metas, they can do this on his Earth. It's very technologically advanced. Mm-hmm. So, I'm thinking maybe because we heard it in her voice, and it sounded like she was talking directly to Jesse. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking maybe he understands Caitlin and Killer Frost a little more than he's letting on.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe he was able to create a transfer effect, mm-hmm. and some of his wife's consciousness is inside of him. Yeah.
It's interesting.
I mean,
what do you guys think about that? Do you think that that's plausible or a possibility? Because, I mean, she wouldn't be able to hear her voice that clearly and have it be that clear of a memory from his mind if there wasn't something going on there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there has to be some way that he's able to do that.
Yeah. Like, when she was saying about, like, because it almost... I'm going to have to watch this again, like, that part, you know, to fully hear what was going on.
Yeah, but to me it sounded like she was, like, talking, like she was being born, Jesse had been born, and, like, they were, like, she was looking at the baby or something, and she was, like, talking about her, like, oh yeah, she's just like me, or she's so pretty, or she's so cute, or something like that. It sounded like that to me.
What I got from it was that she was proud of her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, proud of her for what? And for me, from what I heard, it kind of sounded like maybe she knew what Jesse was doing.
Yeah.
Like,
That's why the consciousness thing kind of makes sense.
Yeah, like,
because
you're proud of her for saving people, for being the Flash?
Because how else would she know that she's that unless some part of her is in Wells?
Yeah.
So it does kind of make sense. I mean, yeah. But
so
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, we only got a little snippet of it, so I don't know.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that part tonight.
And hopefully they go into a little bit more detail about everything because, you know, we don't know that much about her mom.
Yeah.
And why it's so hard for him to talk about. Like, this is the first time I think that it's really become a big issue.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, hopefully they'll explore that a little bit more and we can learn about it.
Now, for me, another part that kind of layers it on, making me think that, is that when he was in Jitters talking to Caitlin, and Caitlin was like, I remember, for the first time, I remember what happened.
Yeah.
I remember what it was.
And that she cared about Caitlin.
Yeah. That
Killer Frost never cares about
protect Caitlin.
Yeah. And at first I thought she said Katie, and I was like, who the hell is Katie?
Katie.
And then I didn't make the connection until she was talking to Wells. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. But, like, the look on his face was kind of like, I understand.
Yeah.
Not like, this is something that my scientific brain will have to figure out. Like, yeah. It was like, I get what you're saying. Like, I understand.
I feel you.
On an emotional level here. Come on. Can I get
I feel you. You gotta be on my team. I'm the better coach. Sorry.
What the hell was that from?
The Voice.
Oh.
I mean, Blake's always trying to use the fact that he's, like, the only person who knows about country music on there.
Is Carrie on there now?
No, Kelly Clarkson.
Kelly, right. I knew it was one of those two.
So now she's, like, competing with him with that, and it's pretty awesome. And she's from Texas, so.
Oh, snap. But, yeah, so I'm just like...
Well, because they're always like, I feel you. I can be the person who brings that out of you. Like, pick me. Like, that's why I did that. I'm sorry.
I feel you.
Feel the power of your voice and talent. That's why you gotta be on my team. Pick me. He's always pointing at himself. Literally, he points at himself. No, not like that. Like this. He points at himself.
He's full of himself, so.
He is full of himself. He's a cocky bastard. Anyway, moving on.
So that's another thing that kind of nailed it in the coffin for me, you know, was just the whole, like, the way he looked was, I fully understand what you're talking about.
Right. And then Dawn came and spilled their coffee.
Yes. And I'm like, what?
She freaked out.
I did. And then she turned it up.
And I was kind of like, wait, whoa.
The moment I saw her, like, before she even dropped her coffee, I'm like, ah!
Yeah, and I was like, I had to, like, look at the screen, and I'm like, oh, now it's Dawn.
And then she turned it up, and so we listened and we watched it, focused. And,
Oh, I will, yeah.
And, so, that was pretty cool. And, like, the whole, like, when she, like, spilt everything, and she was explaining, like, about jitters and, like, coffee, and, like, how I give you jitters, and, like, oh my gosh, and, like, coffee.
I don't see how somebody can be that perky.
Did you see her reaction, though, when she,
when they left? Oh, yeah, I saw her reaction.
Like, Caitlin was like, well, I hope you have a good, you know, time meeting
good interview
people.
Or a good meeting.
Yeah. And she's like, I did. And I'm like, girl, okay, I was enjoying you.
Girl, calm yourself.
Yeah, she did. Fairly quickly, might I add.
Like, her smile just faded from her face.
It did not fade quickly. Or it did not fade slowly either. It was quick.
She's like, I did.
It looked like, okay, like, I still think she's Dawn. Like, she has to be,
She
right?
is Dawn.
Like, she hasn't been named
Why
yet.
would they be introducing her the way that they are and having her have all these connections to Jitters and to Barry and talk directly to Barry and be like, you're familiar and all this stuff if there isn't some type of connection?
Like I'm saying, like, I still feel that it's Dawn, but, like, her reaction when Caitlyn left, the way her face...
But maybe she dislikes Caitlyn.
She was... No. Like, I get that she might dislike Caitlyn. Like, not Caitlyn for her being Caitlyn, but Caitlyn for her being Killer Frost.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, what I don't get is that, like, because she said, I'm meeting 2 people.
Yeah.
Those 2 people were Caitlyn and Wells.
Right.
So I'm just like, why would you give that sort of reaction to both of them? Because Wells will never turn evil.
Yeah. I don't know. What are your guys' predictions of what you think her reason for her reaction is?
Because the kind of scared me.
It kind of was like, wait, she's super perky and super happy, and then all of a sudden she's like, I did. Like, what? I mean...
Is there a storyline where, like, one of the twins goes bad? Like,
I mean...
I don't want to think that it's her.
I didn't understand that. So, what are your guys' thoughts? Tell us! Tell us.
Is there a version in which one of the Dawns are evil?
Tell us in the comments. Tell us on Twitter. Tell us wherever you want to tell us, but tell us.
Yes. Tell us what you think she sounded like. She was a meanie. I want to know.
I want to know. Can you show me? I want to know about the strangers like me. Sorry, I'm in a Disney mood. And everything apparently is reminding me of songs tonight. So, yeah. Anyway, so yeah. That was pretty interesting. And then next week we have Iris as the Flash. Run, Iris, run!
And the purple stuff.
Yay!
Because usually the whole CW thing is like red and yellow.
Well, her suit is like gray and purple. Oh, it's black and white? Oh.
Yeah, she's got this black suit with a black mask, a black eye mask.
Oh, okay.
And then a white hourglass.
Well, anyway, it was still cool that it was purple.
The stuff that's usually like red and yellow for like the CW thing.
So yay for next week!
Yes.
That's what we have to watch and look forward to. I'm sure everybody else is super excited too. So.
I can't wait. I'm so hyped.
And then Jay Garrick saying that he was going to train a female Flash.
Yes! That I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
Because, like, I know that we probably won't get to see her for, like, a long time.
If the show continues.
Yeah. But, like, the idea that we get...
Because I haven't heard any news about, like, whether they've renewed any of the CW shows. That probably won't happen till, like, April.
Yeah. And I highly doubt they're going to cancel The Flash.
No, I highly doubt that too. But Arrow's probably coming to a close pretty soon. Which is fine with me, because I don't watch it, so...
But I want to, like...
Oh, yay! I knew that was going to happen on the finale. I'm sorry. This Is Us season finale is next week, so...
So I'm just like, I don't know if the,
super hot in here.
Like, do you guys know who he would be talking about? Like, which version of Flash would be replacing him?
I don't know. Maybe one of the Tornado Twins?
No. They don't exist on his Earth. I mean... Really?
Well then.
Hey, you're the one that's watching that channel.
It's Chicago Med.
Yeah, Chicago Med, alright. It's all about the anatomy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
No, a stranger at the door. So I'm just confused on who it would be. I don't know the name of the person, the name of the Flash that would be replacing him. It's a med show. There's gonna be gunshots. Get used to it.
Shut up. I know. I just don't like blood.
Okay. I mean,
what?
You watch these shows and you don't like the blood.
I mean, I do.
It's what medical shows are based on.
I know that. I'm just saying that it can be a little too graphic sometimes.
Okay. So if you guys have any ideas on who this new Flash from Earth 3, right?
Yeah.
Earth 3 can be, then let us know in the comments or on Twitter or both. Because I want to know.
I want to know.
Can you show me?
Yeah. Alright, let us know. Thanks for watching.
Yes.
Comment, subscribe, share. Comment on Twitter as well. I know I haven't been on there in a while, but I'll try to post on there again.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry we didn't do Once Upon a Time.
This week.
We were busy and weren't able to, but that will be coming this week. So
yes, we'll do a 2-part review this week.
If I remember everything that happens in this past week's episode this coming Friday.
I'll watch it the day before and then remind you of the stuff.
Oh, okay.
I'll say something and be like, oh
I mean, I probably remember enough.
Yeah.
But, we'll see.
So, yeah.
Until next time, keep believing in the impossible.